The Wim Hof Method is something right out of a science fiction movie, but as new studies on the man himself, Wim Hof, emerge, the Wim Hof Method is becoming something of a super drug, and it seems like a lot of people just can't get enough of it. Today we will be talking about the Wim Hof Method. Welcome to Mentor My Life. In this day and age, there's a medicine for just about anything. Are you sick? Pop this pill. Are you in pain? Take this. Are you depressed? Swallow this. Are you anxious? Here, take this. Does your pinky tingle? Well, take this Narco 10 and that should get you nice and slumped. It's no wonder that the average human body is so weak and fragile. If society crashed today and we are forced to live in the harshness of nature, most of us would not survive, and it wouldn't be due to the lack of knowledge on survival. It would be due to our bodies no longer having the ability to quickly adapt to stressful situations such as disease, harsh weather, and the fact that we are just basically sitting ducks to any type of predatory animals. The truth is, our comfortable lifestyles have weakened us, but luckily not for good. There's a wonderful guy that goes by the name of Wim Hof. Wim Hof is something of an extreme athlete. He holds 26 different world records, all focused around endurance and extreme cold. He has showed in a laboratory setting that he can control his immune system to bacterial infection, which if you get sick a lot would be a handy trick to have. He swam over 100 meters in freezing ice cold waters, and he's run marathons with no prior training. In the desert, with no water. The interesting thing about Wim Hof is he actually really isn't that extreme at all. Well, at least not according to himself. According to himself, he and what he can do is actually quite ordinary. He's as ordinary as me and you. According to him, you can learn exactly what he does, and he has a method for learning his amazing feats. It's called the Wim Hof Method. The first part of the Wim Hof Method is breathing. You take deep breaths in and out for about 1 minute or 30 to 40 breaths. As you hyperventilate, your body is filled with oxygen and it expels carbon dioxide. At a certain point, you will feel yourself starting to become lightheaded. The reason for this is because carbon dioxide is necessary for oxygen to be transferred from your blood to your organs such as your brain. This can actually cause you to pass out in some cases, so it's extremely important that you do his method sitting or laying down somewhere comfortable. And you should never do his method inside water or while driving. So after that minute of breathing, on your final breath, you want to breathe in as much as you can one final time and then empty out your lungs and hold your breath. As you hold your breath, carbon dioxide once again builds up in your blood, which starts to transfer that oxygen you built up into your organs and muscle cells. Some experience hallucinations during this point, which at the moment scientists aren't quite sure if that's because of being lightheaded or the chemicals such as dopamine and serotonin that your brain releases. When this happens, you feel a sense of calm and ease. At this point, you can also experience a rush of adrenaline as your body's fight or flight response activates. The interesting thing is your cortisol levels actually drop. Because of this, you feel extreme peace of mind, but you also feel a strong sense of self-control over your mind and body. After holding your breath, once you get the urge to breathe in, take in one deep breath and hold once again for about 15 to 20 seconds. Then let go, and this is one set. You want to do this for about 3 to 5 sets. Once you do your breathing exercises, because your muscles are now filled with oxygen and your adrenaline is high, Wim Hof recommends doing some sort of exercises such as push-ups or dynamic stretches, which you will notice that you will be able to do many more push-ups than normal, and you will be able to stretch much deeper than you could before. Your body will feel luminous as all your cells are rich with energy. The next part of the Wim Hof Method is mindset. Wim Hof says that his feats and abilities are directly caused by the fact that he just believes that he can do what he says he can do. By just putting his mind to it, he has trained himself and many others to endure extreme cold and control their immune system. This claim is definitely backed by a ton of science. The placebo effect has been shown in many experiments to be one of the most effective forms of treatment of all time. By giving patients a sugar pill and tricking them into believing that it is medicine that they took and that it will make them feel better, patients actually experience a reduction in pain, temperature, and in some cases were even cured of whatever ailments that they had, all just by using the power of the mind. Wim Hof has learned to tap into the deepest parts of his mind to accomplish his amazing feats, and you can do the same just by believing in yourself. The last part of the Wim Hof Method is cold exposure. Gradual, non-forced cold exposure, as Wim Hof likes to say. Cold exposure is linked to a host of different benefits such as reduced inflammation, increased white blood cells, a strong respiratory system, and much more. Now if you look up Wim Hof, you might see him in some frozen lake looking like he's at some beach party, but luckily for you, you don't have to do the same as he does. Wim Hof recommends starting off with just cold showers, staying in the cold shower for as long as you can, and then working your way up until eventually you can do something like an ice bath. I myself personally like to go for walks in the cold. During the winter, I like to strip down to just my shorts and take walks for about a mile or so until I just can't handle the cold anymore. It's important to not overexert yourself in these situations. You don't want to be catching hypothermia or anything. As Wim Hof likes to say, feeling is understanding. Listen to your body. As your mind and body connection gets stronger, you too will experience all the amazing benefits the Wim Hof Method has to offer. Wim Hof has a free app that you can download, which I recommend everybody get, and definitely look Wim Hof up yourself because he's just an extremely fascinating guy. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, comment any questions, and let me know what you guys think about the Wim Hof Method down below, and share with your friends. Catch you guys next time.